What is up, Diskarte family? Welcome back to another episode of Diskarte with Mendy, and in this episode, we do a step-by-step on how to open up an online business this 2022. As a matter of fact, the things I say here should apply beyond 2022, but I just wanted to stress that there is no cookie cutter for how to open up a business. There are fundamentals that typically you should follow, but I'm not saying this would be the end-all, be-all solution to opening up a business. So meron kang idea for opening up a business pero hindi ka marunong kung paano umpisahan to, ano yung step-by-step process para magawa mo na maayos yung negosyo mo. And at the end of the day, ang pinaka-importante naman sa kahit anong negosyo is kailangan mong siguraduhin na makakabenta ka. And to be able to do that, to be able to sell, you want to make sure that you build a good foundation for your business. Kailangan mo ng magandang base, ng magandang fundamentals to make sure that anything you build on top of it stays there. So let's get on to number one, and that is know the problem that you are solving. There's so many positives into knowing this. Alam ko, usually ang naisip lang natin,
Ito yung usong binibenta ngayon, feeling ko talaga mabibenta to.
Yung ginagawa ng tita kong mayaman eh.
Sigurado akong may bibili din ito.
the last thing you want to do is build a business just basing off haka-haka. Baka mamaya, yung naiisip mong produkto, haka-haka mo lang na mabibenta to. All I'm saying is, mahirap na nga mag-umpisa ng negosyo. Uumpisahan mo pa sa isang haka-haka. If you don't know what problem you're solving or who you're solving that problem for, at sumusunod ka lang sa uso, anong strategy mo? Gagayahin mo lang lahat ng ginagawa nila? Paano kung mas marami na silang followers, di mas maraming bibili sa kanila? Paano mo mahahatak yung market nila? Paano mo mahahatak yung mga tao para bumili sa'yo? If all you're doing is the same thing as them. Also, you want to make sure that you don't solve a problem that is too broad. Always niche down or target down. Make sure that you know the problem at its core. Because if you're solving a problem that's too broad, then mahirap mag-marketing doon, mahal, magastos. So you can treat this stage as a research stage na rin. And in researching, baka mas madali mong ma-identify kung ano talaga yung problem na sinasolve ng product. Pati na rin kung para kanino mo sinasolve yung problem na yon. And lastly guys, hindi ko alam kung alam nyo, but most big businesses are founded on a mission. Yung mission na yun, nanggaling yun sa founder or sa owner ng business or company na yun. And given that mission, knowing that mission for everyone in the company or everyone involved in the business, they make sure that every single move they make, every single peso or funding that they have goes into making sure that they solve that problem. So now you know the problem and you know who has that problem. Now you have to make sure that you're creating an actual solution. Step number 2 is test and validate your idea and research. Guys, you can research all you want, but you can never really build and start and run a business just basing off of third-party research. That research and idea has to be proven, and you have to have actual experience on running the business in its most basic form. And so there's actually two ways to test and validate. Typically, you want to do both. And the first one is building an MVP or minimum viable product. What this means basically is you building the most simplest form of your product, the most basic bare bone version of your business that is still able to solve a problem. A really good example of this is Airbnb. So yung mga founders ng Airbnb at one point in time, wala nang pangbayad ng rent. Tapos nag-iisip sila at nag-research sila ng mga paraan para kumita. Ang nangyari, merong design conference sa area nila nung panahon na yon. Tapos mahirap makahanap ng hotel or mahal yung mga hotel. So naisip nila, teka lang, meron pa tayong space dito. Ba't di natin parentahan tong space na to? Maliit yung space pero kasya pa yung kama. Ba't di natin parentahan to? So meron na silang problem to solve. Alam na nila kung kanino isosolve, which is yung people na pupunta na design conference, and they built a website targeting that specific problem, targeting those specific people that will have that problem. Lo and behold, a couple of days passed at meron na silang first renter. I think for $80 yun kasi matagal siyang nandun. And the rest is history. Guys, sobrang dami pang examples na magagandang MVPs like yung Amazon na sobrang laking marketplace sa US. Nagumpisa yun, online bookstore lang. Tapos nag-gets na yung logistics, nagpasok siya ng ibang products. Boom, it's literally one of the biggest companies in the whole wide world. Mag-research pa kayo on the MVPs of some of the biggest companies and biggest businesses kasi napaka-interesting ng mga ginawa nila. Matututo kayo in that research. Another really good MVP example for people that want to do service. So meron ako mga mini-mentor or meron akong kino-coach ngayon. And what I've done is I've built a program and I'm applying it to these people that I'm mentoring for free. Yung program na yun, syempre, medyo basic pa yung program. But what it's doing for me is it's enabling me to get data, enabling me to get feedback from these people that I'm mentoring. And so slowly, I begin refining my product, refining my service. And with that, I'm targeting that before the end of the year, I will be releasing a mentoring and coaching product. Ang maganda pa dito, yung mga kino-coach ko for free, I am able to get social validation kasi pwede silang gumawa ng review for me. If they like the coaching, if they like the program, I can put their testimonials on my website, on my Instagram, on my Facebook. It'll give me the social proof I need to attract more customers. And in that way, it becomes double purpose. Gumawa na ako ng MVP, nakakuha na ako ng feedback, tapos nakakuha pa ako ng social proof through their feedback, and that is why you want to build an MVP. Number 3 is build the actual paid solution. And again, there's a lot of ways to do this, but I'm assuming that you will be selling a product, and so the steps for that, really in a nutshell, is find the best supplier, the best price supplier. I've actually got a video for that. Check it out here or here. I don't know where it is. Number 2 is compute for the numbers. Make sure that you are a master of your numbers. If you don't know what COGS are or cost of goods sold are, I put a link down below. It'll teach you everything you need to know about how to compute that, what it actually is, and how you can use that for your business. And at that point, you found a supplier, which means you can then compute for your margins or your markups, and then after that, you can now build your branding and marketing. There's a lot of tools for the creatives, but if you're not a creative yourself, you can use Canva, which is really, really easy to use. Linked it down below. Sobrang daming tutorials on that. Kung meron kang friends na designer, reach out to them. Tell them, oy, baka naman pwedeng paggawa ng logo, babayaran kita. After you have the logo, the brand board, and after you have your marketing collaterals, you now have to figure out what your fulfillment process is. Guys, I cannot stress enough how important this is, because running a business on your own by yourself is so infinitely difficult. Meron ka ng negosyo, meron ka ng business, but how do you deliver? Specifically nga, like I said a while ago, I'm assuming that you guys are watching this because you're selling actual tangible products. You're in retail of some sort, and managing something like that on your own, meron kang negosyo, meron kang product, but how are people going to pay you? How are people going to get the product? Ikaw na ba mag-aayos ng shipping? How are you going to speak to all of your customers? What if 10 customers message you all at the same time? What if someone messages you and you're not available, tulog ka kasi nagpuyat ka, kakagawa ng product mo the night before? I found a couple of all-in-one solutions, although hindi ko mahanap talaga yung perfect combination ng una, and I tried a platform like Page365, which, by the way, if you haven't tried them out, I think their platform is free still. Maganda yung platform nila, honestly. Another platform that I met with was Wemo, who has a store management system na medyo intense actually. Meron silang tools na parang pang HR na. But the solution that I found, which is really a perfect fit for what I wanted, is called NStack. In a nutshell, NStack makes everything that I just said very easy to do. They have what they call a chat store that can take orders over Facebook Messenger automatically. Basically, you can receive orders via Facebook Messenger. It can sync your orders with your NStack account and manage all of that in one place. They also have a payment system where they can offer COD. They've got e-wallet settlements, bank deposits. They can automate your invoicing and payment methods all within NStack as well. They even produce analytics where you can track and analyze your expenses, your sales, and in the same way you can track your inventory. And I think the best feature that I really was surprised that they have within the NStack app, they've directly partnered up with courier companies, making the entire process easier and even cheaper. May it be standard or even same-day shipping. All of this, guys, within one app. Check them out on the Google or Apple Play Store. Register, try it out, because I really think it is a critical add to anyone's business. And last but not the least, step number 4, that is marketing and sales. Guys, I really want to go deep and in-depth on marketing and sales, but I do not have enough time on this video. I think I've actually made a video on it already. Sa totoo lang, guys, bibihira talaga yung mga nag-uumpisang magnegosyo na iniisip na kailangan talaga ng budget for marketing. And the reality of the situation is you really have to allot capital towards marketing, because you can so much so as have a good product, a great product, but if no one notices that or no one knows that the product exists, who is going to buy your product? Guys, really, there's a lot of ways to market and sell your product. It is really up to you as to where you're comfortable in. A couple of really quick examples is, number 1, build content. This is actually my favorite. Obviously, ang example nito, yung mga real estate brokers ngayon gumagawa ng napakagandang real estate videos, gumagawa sila ng walkthrough ng properties. And so they use those videos as marketing tools and marketing materials to go out there and find prospective buyers. Number 2, gusto ko sabihing ads, but really what it is building a really, really good poster or graphic with a really, really good copy as well, because maaring may pera ka pang boost, but if you are boosting something that isn't visually appealing or doesn't present itself in a professional manner or doesn't show that you're actually selling a product or selling the solution, then walang kwenta yung pagbo-boost mo ng ads. So really, you want to make sure that you have really good marketing collaterals because it does separate you or does separate the business from the pack, from the people na obviously hindi masyadong sineseryoso ang marketing. Pwede kayo mag-manual, pwede kayo mamigay ng flyers on the street in your area where you're selling, or you can network if that is your thing. Go out there, introduce yourself to people, have a business card if you want. In the same way as networking, pwede kang humingi ng referrals sa mga kaibigan mo. The point is, offering your product, telling people that you have this product, connecting with relevant people that can help you sell the product. Never, ever stop marketing and selling your product. And guys, there we have it. Pinigilan ko talagang gawing sobrang haba ng video na to, but hopefully you learned the fundamentals of building an online business. Guys, if you have any questions or if any of this confused you, feel free to message me on my Instagram. Don't forget to follow me, obviously, but also don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. And with that, guys, once again, thank you so much for watching this episode. We're almost at 20,000 subscribers. Let's do this. As I always say at the end of every episode, stay healthy, keep humble, and appreciate the small things. My name is Vendy, and this has been Diskarte with Vendy.
How you feel, I don't owe you nothing. Now you trying to make amends. I'm just trying to get the fortunes.